Wednesday. Happy hump day. And welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. I'm glad that you're here. If you are looking for easy to use, easy to clean DIY products and projects, you are in the right place. So once you hop on tonight's live or the replay at a later date, say hi in the comments and or hashtag replay. Let me know that you are here and where you are watching from. I also real quick want to let you let you know that I'm live in 3 locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your feed, that person may be viewing and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are watching from my private Facebook group, there is a permission link in the description of the video. Clicking that link just gives StreamYard permission to pin your profile name and pic to your comment. You can choose not to click the link. That's your prerogative. Just know that if you don't click the link, then your comment will show up as Facebook user in my comments. I'll still interact. I'll still answer any questions. I'll still say hi. I just may not know who I am interacting with. And lastly, if at any time during this project you like what you see and think others should see it as well, please feel free to spread the craft love around your neck of social media land. Tag your crafty friends, invite them to watch along, and as always, hit that heart button, hit that thumbs up button, follow, subscribe. It just kind of depends on which platform you are on. So I appreciate you spreading the chalk love and hitting all of those emoji icons. That just helps me build my channel, and it helps other creators as well as you're watching their lives and replays. With that, let's go to the comments and see who's here. I see that, well, I'm cheating. I see that Stacia is on. Welcome. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. And I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. So if anyone else wants to say hi, please feel free. And I don't know why my camera is flickering, but we will go with it. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. I do not want to waste any of your time, and we will flip the camera. So as you can see from the thumbnail, I created the paper bag wreath a year ago Christmas, and then in the spring I updated it to Easter, and it has hung on my craft room wall ever since, and so it needs a little bit of an update. So we are going to deconstruct it and then redesign it with Christmas materials. So I used a 5x12 simple shape. These are retiring, so they are still available on my chalk site. So if you want some, get some, because they will be leaving. The circle and square 4-pack have already left. So get these while you can. So I'm going to go ahead. I think I will deconstruct it later. So we will put it, and if you want to know how to make these paper bag wreaths, I have linked 3 different previous lives in the description of the video that shows how to make 2 8-inch wreaths, and then this one is an 18-inch wreath. So feel free to find those in the description of the video. So we're going to Christmasify it a bit. I was going to use the Bold Noel, but when I went back, well, and they still might. I was using the chalkable shapes as kind of to figure out if it was going to fit, and it doesn't look like it's going to fit. But I also forget that these letters are bigger than the actual letters, so let's see. So those are about 3. Plus I'm going to need a little bit of space. Yep, not gonna fit. I can already tell you. Hello, Miss Ashley. Hello again. So, sadly, this bold Noel will not fit on my 5x12, but I dug through last year's transfers, and sadly, I don't have another one of these, but this Noel is a lot like that Noel. It's a very similar style, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. If you wanted to have the bold Noel and wanted to use it, then you might need like a 5x13 size. So we're going to go ahead and use this. And then this is kind of my color inspiration. I have the little pom-pom lights in this bow. I don't even know if they still light up. I'll figure out where they're. I don't remember what I did with the battery pack. I think oh, it's stuck in here. Remember they light up. So I'm going to try to put these lights in the bow. If they don't work in the bow, we may scatter them throughout the wreath, but it's just one of those light up necklaces. So it can either flash, or it can blink, or it just stays steady. So we'll see what we can do. So this is kind of my color inspiration. So I picked Shimmer Red, Shimmer Moonlight, Shimmer Olive, which is not quite the same green, and then Shimmer Gold. That's the only shimmer we have. I mean, I could maybe try to darken it with a flat color, but I don't know if that's going to work. So let's prep our surface. So I'm going to get my wax applicator out. Hello, Miss Kim. I think last time you were on, Kim, you weren't feeling the greatest. Are you feeling better? I have heard that this round of this COVID variant that's going around is kind of the dickens. It lingers for a long time. I'm not saying you had COVID. I'm just, if you did, I've heard that variant of COVID is not very fun. Okay, so I'm going to add some wax to this. I just want to make sure that my paste doesn't bleed, and so the wax kind of fills in some of those nooks and crannies. It also is going to keep my transfer from sticking so hard that it pulls or distorts. Oh, that's right, you had surgery for your adenoids and tonsils. Sorry about that. Not fun recovery. Ooh, that's a bummer. I'll help you get to feeling better soon. Okay, I think that's good. So are you done painting door hangers for the season? Go back to, you'll probably start winter and Valentine's Day pretty soon. The board's a little warped. I don't know, I'm kind of wondering if I should try to mix a different color with that. I'm not the best at color mixing. I'm afraid if I color mix too much, I'll kind of drown out the shimmer. Let's try it. You never know till you try, right? So I'm going to get 3 stir sticks out. I don't even know if my shimmer olive is. I kind of like that color better. Let's try that one. Yeah, we'll try this one. So this is Meadow. I do believe it is sold out right now. The paste singles might be available. I can get it open. And just as a reminder, there are still paste singles that are on sale for $1 right now. So let's, can I resurrect any of that? Let's give it a good spray. So I'm just going to add a little bit of distilled water. It's a little dry. Probably need to add or order some more. We'll get it to work. So if your paste does start to stiffen up, you can add some distilled water. And that will just kind of stir it in, and that will kind of give it some new life, hopefully. I can get that mixed in there. Should have probably checked it beforehand. Getting there. Probably one more squirt. Let's see what that does. Okay, so let's add this probably won't work, but I could even add in some silver. I can't pick these up. Okay, so let's add in our meadow. It's nice and dreamy, creamy. I'm not going to add a whole lot. And let's use this one to stir it. I'm even going to squirt. This is going to take forever. And it gives it a little, I should just stick with meadow. In fact, I have an idea. Let's ixnay that. So I have a product. We've used it in ink. Oops. We've used it in ink before. So it is a glitter additive. I'm not going to tip it too far. So I'm just going to stick some more meadow in there. Stir that around. So I really didn't need the olive, but let's see if we can get that good mixed. I just don't want to use 3 colors of shimmer and then 1 matte paste. So let's try to make this meadow. Oh, that's what it looks like before I mix it. Let's see if that helps. Okay, I think that's going to be plenty. I'm just adding in the stuff that's resting on the top so it doesn't get all over the craft room. Okay, so let's use that. Okay, so we're going to use the Noel. don't, yeah, I have used that one. Let's fuzz it. Just because it's sticky and we're on wood. Just going to do it a few times. So what I'm doing is what we call fuzzing the transfer. So I am just putting it down on this terry cloth towel. The terry cloth towel has some natural lint on it. And so I'm just adding a layer of lint to the back side of this transfer to knock back a little bit of that adhesive. I want it to be sticky, but not so sticky that it either rips my paint up or splinters my wood surface, or that it sticks so hard that it stretches itself. And then it won't work as well. Okay, so again, this is my color inspiration. I could also add in some plain silver. I just don't know well where. So again, I've got gold. You can add in some silver. Shimmer Midnight. Shimmer Crimson, which probably is going to need a little bit of water itself. Oops. Maybe use my paste up a little more. I'll use this one for Valentine's Day. Squirt a little bit more in there. So now I need help with my colors, friends. Where do I put what? Okay. I also have this ribbon. So it's got some navy. So maybe if I keep the greenery green, I could also I think I have a plan. This O is the only one that does not have, I kind of want silver to be an accent color. And I can go with so maybe if I do the O in Shimmer Olive, we'll do maybe gold or maybe blue, olive, red, and gold. I don't know. Let's go with the O first. And then I'm going to get a couple of detailed multi-tools. So let's do Shimmer Olive on the O. So I'm just dipping my squeegee into the chalk paste, and I'm just going to wipe it across the silk screen area. I can turn my project if I need to. And I think I'm going to paste and pull, mainly because several of these colors are kind of dry. So I'm going to pull this up already. I'm just detaching the silk screen from the transfer, because if that paste dries in the silk screen, then once you pull it up, you're going to pull up all of that paste. Yeah, I should have just stuck with straight meadow or with a darker color, but this will work. And I don't necessarily have to completely dry it. So I'll just lay it back down there, and then I'm going to burnish the rest of it. So what color? I think I said blue. So we'll do Midnight, Shimmer Midnight next. Shimmer Moonlight. So I did put a cart link in the description. Remember, there are some, you can get several of these colors as paste singles, and some of those are on sale for $1 for the 12 Days of Chalkmas. And today's big special was, if you purchased the Woodland Animals transfer, you get the 6 Woodland Animals chalk shapes free. And then we still have the buy 2 shadow boxes, get 1 free. And then we have the dollar paste. And then there's also the chalk paste trio. You can get 3 of the blue colors at a reduced rate. I'm not going to completely dry that. We'll come back in and we'll burnish that. And then I think we'll do gold next. So we've got Shimmer Gold. So we'll do the E Gold. So my shimmer, I was going to use Shimmer Olive as my 4th shimmer color, but 1, it's a little too light. 2, it was a little too dried up, so I added a tiny bit of olive to Meadow, and then I added some of this Speedball glitter additive to my paste mixture, and it gave the green a little bit more shimmer, not quite as much as the rest of the colors. So I'm just peeling the transfer up so that I can detach the silk screen from the paste. That way the paste doesn't dry in the silk screen. Well, these are kind of weird Christmas colors, but I'm kind of matching my little light up necklace over here. Okay, so let's hope and pray that I got a little bit more moisture in here. So let's do our L. And I like to paste away from other objects. So I'm trying to paste away from those floral accents. Hopefully, yep, that worked. Okay, so now let's burnish the little floral elements. Okay, let's come in with a detail tool. or multi-tool, and I'm going to do the little floral, the little leaves, green. You guys are kind of quiet this evening. I'm going to be daring and try to do all of them at the same time. We'll see what happens. I mixed up way too much green. I'm going to try to even out my squeegee lines. Let's kind of pull that. We'll come back and we'll pull this side. And I think we'll do try to clean up my clean my multi-tool with the wipe just so I don't have so many tools to clean up. I think we'll do these little spots, maybe like little red berries, and then we'll do like the little bursts in the silver. So be checking my page later on this week into the weekend for some announcement. I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to call it the Fa La La Amazing Holiday Sale. So I spent last night putting kits and bundles together of a bunch of retired products that I have at super cheap prices, like below designer prices. So that all of that information will be posted in my group, but I'll be posting information about it on my business page. So kind of be watching both. If you're not a member of my group, you might type group down in the comments and I will send you the link. You can also get to the link. You can also get to my group via my business page. I'm just clearing off. Oh, I have too much stuff. Clearing off my table over here so I can spray down this transfer until I can get over to the sink to wash it. Ashley says she'll be watching for my post. I can probably give you a few sneak peeks at some of the pics. So that is, you can see a little bit, the green does have some shimmer in it from that glitter additive and a little bit of the shimmer olive. So I think we're done with that. We'll just let it dry. Let's close all these up. Since my olive is already toast, I don't really care much about it, so I'm just gonna add this. Don't do what I do, but we'll just make it a different shade since I'll be getting a new one soon anyway. This one's all dried up, but we'll just make it a new shade of green. Okay. All that on there. See what kind of color we end up with. It's going to be shimmer something. Okay, we'll do the rest of that later. But don't do that in real life, but since mine was pretty much shot. So somebody help me remember. I need shimmer crimson and shimmer olive. Probably should check a lot of my other colors to see what I need. And if you don't have any of this speedball, it's kind of fun to add not only to ink but to paste. It works great. Okay, let's get all the green off of my fingers. Okay. I'm not so sure that's quite dry. Ashley says she loves the colors. It looks pretty good with my necklace. I think they'll be far enough away. Maybe. Actually, let's move those to the side. Get those completely out of the way. Where they end up all over. I'll clean up as we go. That's dry. So the way I connected this one, let's go ahead and just deconstruct it while I'm here. I think so. I can't see that. This wreath is so big. I used pipe cleaners on the back. So I just used pipe cleaners with a couple of strips of felt. Let's go ahead and take the wreath or the bow off while we're here. And I'll just save that when Easter rolls around again. Take out my battery pack. And I'll probably keep that close by because oh no, I won't need the batteries. I thought maybe I might need the batteries. So if you haven't made one of these paper bag wreaths, it's just a wire wreath form, and you cut it at the top. You split all of those wires apart, and then these are literally craft lunch sacks. Super easy. Kind of gives you the dried apple vibe. Those dried apple wreaths, kind of what it reminds me of. So I should probably try to use, I wonder if I could, nope, I don't have a pipe cleaner handy. I was going to try to use this twine, but I'm not sure that's the best option. But I do have some felt. Let's kind of even that up. Just cut a couple of strips. Oops. I need those again. I wonder if I have any pipe cleaners stashed in here. Let me run and check. I think, I don't know. I do have some wire. Oh, these might work. Let's use these. These might actually work perfect. So these are like raffia wrapped wire, which I think it'll look great with the lunch bag. So let's just cut that in half. So I don't need that for that. Okay, so let's flip our project over. And let's get our glue gun out. Okay. I think I am going to spend the rest of the month. Oh gosh, Ashley, you know how long I've had this. It's from Hobby Lobby, and it was probably in the floral department. And I don't know if raffia is the right term. It used to be that twisted ribbon. I think that wasn't that called raffia, but it's just like craft paper over wire. I think that's what that stuff used to be called. Jason can, Mr. Hobby Lobby can remind me, but I think that twisted ribbon was raffia. Maybe not. Maybe it's something else. Okay, so I'm just going to, okay, I had it this way. So I'm just going to hot glue it kind of like that. I'm going to put a dab of hot glue. I mean, we both worked, well, I worked at Hobby Lobby in the early 90s, so that's probably literally, I'm not kidding, how long I've had this. Because I'm sure I bought it for some long lost project and then have never used it. Because that's just how I roll. So I'm just using, these are the multi-tools. They're perfect for hot glue because they're silicone based. So they're non-stick and they won't melt like your fingers will. So I'm going to kind of bend that up. Okay. So we'll do the same thing over here. I'll have to check and see if you can still find that at Hobby Lobby. But I'm pretty sure it was from the, I could tell you what aisle it was on back in the 90s. It was on the very last row of floral right after the baskets. It's probably not where it's at anymore. Plus that store was weirdly laid out compared to how they are now. It was an oddity store. It was the smallest, but it was the most profitable. For how small it was. Okay. So I don't think I need my glue gun anymore. So I'm going to put that back. I'm going to unplug it. And let's now oh shoot, I was going to do that. So I just remembered that this had, I used a simple frame, transfer around it. I probably should do that. But I forgot to pull mine out. But it does look a lot better than, this one's a little plain. But we'll see. Darn it. I should have pulled that out. I definitely do want to sand the edges if I can find a sander without knocking everything over, which I just did. So, yeah, it was with the rest of the floral wire. Oh, was it? It wasn't with the, I'm thinking of that twisted ribbon stuff. So I just have my sander. I'm going to do it off camera so I'm not directly over my desk. I'm just kind of sanding the edges. I'll have to look online because I always shop. I shop online before I ever go into the store. Make sure they have what I want. Okay. It looks a little better. You can't really tell. You can a little bit there. Okay. So let's bring in our wreath. We'll stick this down. So that's the top. Where'd I go? It doesn't have to be on there perfect. I'm just going to kind of separate the paper bag donuts. This is kind of what I call them when they might be kind of thick. And we were making the wreath. And then I'm just going to kind of gently twist. Oh, those are stiff. The end. So let's flip it over and I'll kind of show you what I'm doing. So I just stuck it through. You can see the two little wires. Chenille stems would probably work a little better because these are super stiff. And if you want to, you can kind of bend them down to hide them. I didn't get these very well. So that's kind of what we have here. Look at the bottom. Now let's make our bow. Let's pull this off. I'm going to see if I can incorporate this into the bow. It might be a bit much, but we'll see. So I think I did get these at Joann. Weren't quite, I would prefer something that looked a little more lit up, but this was what they had, and we got these a while ago. I think we got these before Thanksgiving. And I just didn't want to look anywhere else, so this is what we're going with. So I think if we use one of these that came with it. So I'm just going to connect the two strands together. And this is probably what I'll incorporate into the bow. And then that'll just kind of be hanging. So we'll see. So for the bow, I might need some assistance. So I pulled out this ribbon because it has blue in it. And I have had this probably since the early 90s. I have this ribbon. I pulled out a little bit of burlap for some neutral. This one has snowflakes, but it might work. Or I have this. I did pull out this when I was going to use shimmer olive, but I don't think it's going to work now. And then I also have this ribbon. So I kind of think maybe we'll pull this one out and just go with these. So we'll see. I don't even know what color it might not be. So I kind of want to make a looped bow similar to how I made this one. And this is literally just one bow or a single loop of each of those, and there were 4. So I bet I could replicate that with this. Okay. This is the thickest. So I think I might put down, oh, this goes this way, one of these pieces. I probably shouldn't have cut that, darn it. Okay. Okay, so I want to make a big old long tail. So I'm going to pinch that. I think, oops. Actually, it doesn't matter. There isn't a back side, so that's good. Oops. What did I do here? I'm on fumble fingers this evening. Let's put those. Let's see if we can trap that underneath for now. And that's one less thing I have to worry about. Okay, so let's put this in here. And then we'll need a kind of a loop. Make this one kind of big. All right, similar to that one. Maybe a little bigger. And then okay, so let's match our tails. I lost my scissors. Okay, so there's that one. And then let's add let's see which one. I'm just using this one as an example. And we'll add this one. This one I will have to kind of twist because it's just a one-sided bow. So that one, so I should have twisted it there. Okay. I'm not used to making these loopy bows, so kind of bear with me. So I have to twist it there. And then, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I should be good. fake it. Right? Just kind of like that commercial. I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express. Okay. Let's keep unwinding. I think I got this ribbon a year or so ago at Walmart. I'll never use it up. There's 40 feet of ribbon. Okay, so let's use. So do you keep your ribbon on your rolls or do you unroll them? If they're smaller ribbons, I like to unroll them because they take up less space, but like these, if I wadded that up on some cardboard, it would be huge. Okay, so let's use this burlap. Make it a little shorter. Maybe not that short. We'll have to twist this one too. And then let's make our bow. Okay, I don't have to twist that one. So that's going to be the tail. And I'm just kind of lifting the loops up on each side to make sure I've got them roughly the same height. And then I'm literally eyeballing the tails. Okay, and then this sweet little ribbon was also Walmart, so it just says Merry Christmas. I don't normally like to put like burlap with burlap, but it's kind of how it worked. I also like to go from thickest to thinnest. I must have added that back in. You know what, I could. I could use that as a tail or a double. Nah, not gonna worry about it. I don't know. I might add 2 loops since this is so little. We'll just kind of have to see what it looks like. I might also just leave it at 1. Oh shoot! I need to bury my lights in there somewhere. We'll do it at the top. I'll just do it on top of that ribbon. About forgot about my lights. Okay. Okay. Let's smush that down. I think I'm going to go ahead and tie this part of the bow. That way, if I don't like the lights, at least I'll still have this part of the bow connected. Okay, so let's try to okay. I think that twisted tie is going to work. So again, this is just a necklace. So I kind of want that to hang back there. I'm going to kind of Let's put these back that way. I'm going to crisscross this here. Oh, that bell's a little smushed. And I'm going to crisscross that there, and that way my light thing can kind of hang loose. It's going to be all jumbled up in the middle. I have a feeling. All right, we'll try it that way. I don't know. We'll see. Pop that up through the inside. We'll tie it off again. Well, you can definitely see them blinking. Probably should have squashed. Let's just let it hang free and see. I'm going to, is that zip tie? I think I'm going to try to squish all that down after I tight it, because it's not very tight. That is not a very big zip tie. Thanks for hanging with me, people. As I struggle. There. Let's get some assistance here. I like to catch the zip tie in that part of my needle nose pliers, because then I can give it a really good tug. That is not going anywhere. Okay, so now let's see if we can. Let's cut that off. And then we can always use, I can find it. I'm going to pull my twine pieces to the back side, because I can always use those to tie it. That needs to go to the back. Oh, what in the heck did I do? Besides just breaking that light. Oh, I just broke that one. No, I didn't. The green one came apart. Okay, my bow's a little weird. Okay, so let's give that a good initial fluff. It's going to get flattened when I put it on anyway, but I think that looks okay. I should have maybe made more of the Merry Christmas. We'll get it on the wreath and see. But I still struggle with that kind of bow. I need larger zip ties, which I probably have some, but let's. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna tie that on. I've got to find my center. Ish. I kind of wedge it in there because then if I pull it tighter in there, it kind of, see how it kind of draws everything to the middle? It kind of gives it a little more, I'm probably not even straight. So let's pull everything over a couple. Okay. Let's do it this way. So my hanger isn't even centered. Looks like I was right the first time. I'm just kind of moving my hanger, and then that's where I'm going to put my bow. Jason says he loves the bow. Ashley says cute. Thank you. I got to practice more with this one, this kind of bow. Where'd my, I want this toward the back. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of tie it, and then let's see what happens. I'm going to bring it off camera for just a skosh maybe, or flip it over so you kind of get a little bit more control. I'm not working upside down. Twisty ties or chenille stems would have probably been better. And I can always come back and fix it. Okay, I'm going to flip. So I'm going to pull it out so I can see. I'm just fluffing it up a little bit. And then I'll show you. Okay, that's kind of what I have. So let's, to give you a better look. Whew. I've been struggling, people. That's kind of what we've got. It needs some fluffing and some loving. But that's kind of what we have. I probably need a little bit more of this ribbon in there. It kind of gets buried. So there's a lot of red and light stuff up front. So if I did another loop worth, and maybe make sure I had some down here. I don't know what y'all think. It looks pretty cute. It's kind of fun to change it up for the different holidays. Well, let's see. That is what we have. I'm wondering though, if maybe the bow should be all of that blue. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. Jason says awesome. Well, thank you. Before I forget, let's do the drawing from this morning's check-in post because I always manage to forget. So let me share my screen. Whew, I feel like I've been to battle. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Make sure you guys can see that. So let's turn this one off. Oops. Okay, let's come back here. So these are the comments from this morning's post. It was your elf name. So mine was Speedy Pickle Pants, which is kind of funny because my maiden name is Dilly, and so my brother's nickname was Pickle. And then we have Perky Snowbum, Perky Glitterballs, Tinker Twinkle Toes, Pixie McLingles, Glitzy Festive Fingers. So they were pretty cute. So we're going to confirm all of those. So I have all of these comments. So we're going to start. And the winner is Amanda. I swear it's not rigged. She's always the winner. So congratulations, Amanda. I will get you some happy mail from tonight's live giveaway. Congratulations. So let's stop sharing that. I no live this weekend because we are celebrating my family's Christmas this weekend. So I hope you all have a great rest of your week. And if there aren't any questions, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. So have a great week, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.